Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. In Kitab al-Tawheed's class, number 15, I spoke about it is disliked and discouraged to ask people for things. Ask them for help or anything. Asking them. Requesting them for something. And this is a dispute between the scholars. I said this, but I just want to confirm that you don't misunderstand. There's a dispute between the scholars. Some scholars, they say, no, it's permissible and it's totally fine. But Ibn Taymiyyah and other scholars, they said it's disliked. It is disliked because it has three harms or three mistakes or errors that you can fall into. The first is that it hurts tawakkul and the reliance of Allah because you get used to asking people for help. That's the first thing. The second thing, it is that it hurts and harms the person you're asking because he is also dependent on Allah and he is not somebody that is independent like Allah. He's all-giving, all-knowing, all-powerful. So a lot of people, when you ask them for things, it's a burden on them. So that's harmful for them. And the third is that it brings humility to the person. It's humiliating to ask people something because you know people, if you ask them for something, they look at you down, in most cases, of course. So Ibn Taymiyyah said these are the three harms when you ask people for something. Now, he also mentioned, and other scholars mentioned that asking people for something is permissible given in three situations. The first situation is that you're asking for your rights. You're asking for your rights. Somebody took your money, so you ask him back for your money. That's number one. Number two, if you are trading, so you're buying something from someone, you pay and then you ask for the car or you go to ask for a service like in the hospital. You go and you say, I want the medicine. Here's the money. Give me the medicine. That, of course, you can ask for. And last but not least is that if it is a necessity, then it is allowed to ask people for help. So a necessity, that means it can cause significant harm or even death if you don't ask them for that thing. Just like at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, or at the time of Umar radiyallahu anh, Umar used to ask Al-Abbas, the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ, to pray, to supplicate to Allah to bring down rain for them. And this was during extreme drought. There was no rain, and the plants were dying. So he would ask Al-Abbas, say, do Salat al-Istisqa, the prayer of rain for us. And this is a necessity. This is what the ulama have said, and this is briefly what I was talking about in the class. May Allah accept, and may Allah rid us from being dependent on anyone but Allah Azza wa Jal. A Muslim who wants to grow his tawakkul and reliance on Allah should train himself not to ask people for anything and everything. Some people, they have a habit